Cooking tips, and this portion of our show is brought to you by Anchor Steam Beer, the original craft beer from San Francisco. Before all these other beers that you see in the supermarket, there was Anchor Steam Beer, the OG, the old guard. I never knew what OG meant. It took me like 8 years when somebody says, hey, there's an OG.
Isn't that original? Isn't that what that means?
I call it old guard, but yeah, original.
Okay.
I'll go with yours. Original OG, the old guard. All right, I'm going to give you 5 before we go to our next break. Will this be our last break, the next break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we will finish off the show. Top off the show, if you will, like a martini.
Yes, with a olive. And, you know what we got to do?
You need to make me a martini right now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sounds look good.
I mean, we're at K blank blanks. What time is it?
We're at another station.
We're at another station. So Turtle would call in, and like if I had
No, because people still believe that.
Okay, that was the funniest bit, I thought. Like, we'd have the two owners from California Pizza Kitchen, Larry and the other guy, Larry. So, I do this very serious interview with these guys that own restaurants, right? And then this guy would call in and say, Peter...
Well, if he's still out there, give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call.
Maybe he'll call next week or leave us a message or something.
Yeah, but he had a moped and he had a wife. And it was basically before food trucks became popular.
Yeah.
He was doing this.
He went through a lot of different industry incarnations. He had a lot of different passions, we'll say.
We'll talk. Let's see if we can find him for next week. Also, Melrose Larry Green. We haven't heard from him in a while either. Okay, here we go. Let's give 5 food tips before we go to break. Number 1, clean as you go. My friend Ken Ford.
Yes.
You mentioned to me about that you love the Instagram and the kitchen, that I did the Corona hard seltzer recipe.
And then the martini one.
Very
cool kitchen, yeah.
You like the kitchen. Well, that's Ken Fuller's kitchen.
It's not yours, Peter?
No. Well, I'll show it to you after the show.
Okay.
At 9 this morning when we go in there and have Bloody Marys.
Deal.
Clean as you go. Ken is good at that. Cleaning as you go.
I believe in that, too. That really saves you time. And I wonder if this is in there, too, is... repurpose or reuse all the... I'm a bachelor, so like the things that I use, the plates that I use to cook or whatever, I still use them.
So basically you put like raw chicken on a plate and it starts seeping and you just go ahead and throw the food on there anyway?
Well, no, not with raw chicken, but with other things.
All right, I was just testing you. Learn to practice the rule to check the readiness of steak to prevent butter from over-browning in your pan. Add a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon juice is like the cure for everything.
Really?
Yeah, I don't use limes in my margaritas. It's lemon. I love lemon juice. If you're making baba ganoush, the eggplant, you know what that is?
No, I've never heard of that.
Baba ganoush is a Middle Eastern dish, and it's primarily eggplant that has been smashed, all right?
Okay.
And one of the primary ingredients when you're making baba ganoush, eggplant, is lemon juice.
It wouldn't be ganoush?
It'd be your ganoush. No luck finding shallots. No luck finding shallots. Replaced with a combination of onions and garlic. And one more. After handling garlic, okay, I'm going to give you a true or false.
Okay.
After handling garlic, should I rub my fingers in my eye?
Well, am I part vampire? that has to do with it too.
No, I'm kidding. After handling garlic, rub your fingers on stainless steel, like your sink, to get rid of the odor.
Oh, okay.
All right, and the most versatile, important tool is a sharp chef's knife. It's Peter Dill's. It is Go Country 105. I told you at the beginning of the show that this was going to be different. I hope I'm not struggling through this, but we're trying to give you some cooking tips and stuff that you can do at home. I promise they will get simpler. I can tell that these are simple, but I think next week we even got to get simpler.
Like what, toast?
I mean, no.
Put it in the toaster. You're
The
done.
ingredients, because when we come back from the break, I'm going to explain who Stroganoff was and how it came to be. There was a guy named Stroganoff. His first name wasn't Beef.
Okay.
But anyway, it's Peter Dill's. It's Go Country 105. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday morning. And this portion of the food report is brought to you by shop.harrisranchbeef.com. Shop.harrisranchbeef.com. Go online, shop today. Shop.harrisranchbeef.com. Hi everybody, it's Peter Dills. If you've been following me here on the radio, you know I love those hidden restaurants and unexpected gems. Recently I discovered an unexpected gem in my beer aisle at the local supermarket. Sapporo Beer, yes, the beer that made sushi famous. Also goes great with steaks, chops, and even pizza. So make it a Sapporo Beer for your next tailgate party or backyard barbecue. Sapporo Beer, where East meets West. Sapporo Beer reminds you to drink responsibly. Hey Alexis, you got time to chill? Well, I'm going to make you a bartender in 30 seconds. Wow. We're going to open a can of Corona Hard Seltzer, and pour over ice, add some fresh drinks, and voila, you have a block party. Tastes good, huh? Just go to coronacocktailbook.com for more recipes and join me this Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on Go Country for my food report.
So there I am, stuck at home for what felt like an eternity. But you know what? I put that time to good use. Like by cleaning my grill, sweeping my patio, and getting ready to finally get the old band back together again for some summer barbecue fun. Because that's what the best hostesses do. They prepare. So for whatever summer throws at you this year, Smart & Final has you and all your amigos covered with the variety they need at the value you love. Get the best deals delivered right to you by shopping online at smartandfinal.com. Smart & Final. One trip and that's it.
Yeah, as breaks are getting shorter and shorter, we got to talk to the sales department and get some more commercials. It's Peter Mills. It is the food report right here on Go Country 105. Speaking of sponsors and friends of the show, I'd like to reintroduce you to my friend Carl D. Barnes, 1-800-6-BARNES, 1-800-6-BARNES. Do you own a restaurant? Or do you own a business that you've had your business interrupted? My friend Carl D. Barnes, 1-800-6-BARNES. Yes, the name you know, 1-800-6-BARNES. Can take a look at your policy. Many times, the insurance company will say, no, you do not have a claim. But often enough, you do have a claim. So call 1-800-6-BARNES, 1-800-6-BARNES.
He's all the barns that you need to know.
He is all the barns that you need to know. Remember when we had Maxwell on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was... it sounds like a nice. It sounds like a nice guy. Yeah, the way that Jeff Maxwell talks. Sounds like a nice guy, like somebody you'd want to hang out with.
We should have him on.
We should have him on. Sounds like a nice guy.
Yeah.
All right. How is your stroganoff IQ, Turtle?
Oh, what is?
Who was Count Pavel Stroganoff?
He was a count. He probably was good with numbers. And yeah,
Count Stroganoff made his fortune in the 18th century Russia, trading salt and furs. Sea furs. Russian trading salt and furs, but nowadays the name is mainly associated with a very popular Russian dish. Dang it, I should have told you that so you could play some more of that Ospedalnya music.
Yeah.
Russian beef dish. Stroganoff, the dish probably goes back much earlier than that, sans the beef, unless you're making a stroganoff omelet. I've got a couple ways, simple ways, that you can make your own stroganoff at home.
All right. Do I need a pen and paper for this?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Prep time is 15 minutes.
Okay.
Do you understand when I say prep time what that means?
It means
getting it ready.
Oh, not like going to the store and then like...
No, getting it ready.
Okay.
Prep time, 15 minutes. Cooking time, 40 minutes. Ingredients, olive oil, lean ground beef, chopped white onion, a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of dry thyme. You know, I should probably give it's Ed Agron, who used to be at K blank blank C. He's the one that gave me this recipe. Kosher sea salt, freshly ground pepper. It's all these ingredients seem like they're the same, right?
Yeah.
Salt, pepper.
You have to remember, though,
garlic.
In the 1800s, that's like all that there was around.
Dijon mustard, red wine, Worcestershire sauce, beef broth, 8 ounces of uncooked thick egg, same as the other recipe, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, cold water, sour cream, again, salt and pepper, and some parsley.
You're adding like triple salt and pepper to this.
I know.
That's crazy.
All right. Now, let's cook it. Let's cook the stroganoff. Do you know what a multi-cooker is, or a crock pot, or a presto kettle?
Yeah, I'm a crock potter.
Okay,
for sure.
So this is how you're going to make it in a crock pot.
You just, let me guess, you throw it all in, and you let it sit there for crock pot time, 40 hours.
Add the oil when the shimmers brown the beef with onions until the beef is no longer pink. Season with onion powder, which we mentioned. Add the mushrooms, the garlic, the mustard, and saute for 5 to 7 minutes. Add the wine and Worcestershire sauce. Add the broth and bring to a boil. Stir in the uncooked nuke. Oh, God, this sounds good.
You should have made
I know, I should have made some. This is friggin' excellent. Cancel the saute function and lock the lid down. Set the Instant Pot to high pressure for 15 minutes. While you're waiting, go to the refrigerator, open a bottle of Tattinger champagne.
Oh, man. Tattinger was around in that
Of course. Pour over in a champagne glass. Salute your friend that you're with. All right.
Or text them.
Get back
We're
to
at that point now with the COVID.
Get back to the kitchen. After the pressure timer is done, naturally let it release for 15 minutes. You were going to say 5?
No.
Oh, yeah, you're saying yes. Yeah, 15 minutes. Now, what would happen if you opened it without waiting? Would it explode?
No, you just have a better time.
Okay, open the pressure release valve, turn back on the saute function, and while the beef mixture boils, slowly add the cornstarch slurry until it gets consistent and starts to thicken. Stir in the sour cream, dish it up, garnish with parsley, and serve, and voila, you have stroganoff. All right? But you know what? I always give a tip that you're not going to find on the internet or Google, because you could just Google how to make beef stroganoff.
I can YouTube it.
But no, that's why you listen every Sunday morning at 8 a.m., because I have the chef's secrets. I like my stroganoff creamy and saucy, just like I like my women.
I was about to say that, but I was like...
This is the amount of cornstarch and water I use to thicken the stroganoff the way I like it. You might need a little bit more or less depending on your taste. Always use equal amounts of cornstarch and water. You can easily use strips of beef instead of ground beef using the same recipe for another excellent result. Okay? All right, so Mike Dobbs is one of our listeners, and he said, get back to the restaurants. Well, we've got a recipe for Gladstone's clam chowder, but we're not going to have enough time to do that.
That's what they call a tease.
That's a tease.
For next week.
So this is an award-winning clam chowder recipe, and I have the recipe that you can make at home, and it will feed 8 people.
But that's for next week.
That is for next week. And also, I had 15 ways to cook without electricity, and one of them is, believe it or not...
Oh, wait, yeah?
15 ways to cook without electricity, and one of them is, believe it or not, has something to do with your car engine.
Oh, I've tried to do that many a times.
Have you? You would be the kind of guy that would do that. You know what I mean?
Like, why not?
Yeah, just a reminder, guys, tomorrow at 4, I will be back here on Facebook Live, and we'll be doing a Zoom party. And I've got where do I got? I got Camus, I got Bonanza, and I've got Silver Oak. And now I've got a bottle of Beluga vodka because Tuesday is National Caviar Day. All right, so we're at my house in Pasadena. I'm not going to give out the address. But I think we had a good time today. What do you think, Turtle?
I still can't believe you let me into your house. So yeah. I'm excited about that. And B, it's always a good time with you, Peter.